I would argue that in the last 50 years, there's no technology that lifted more people out of poverty and created more economic opportunity than the shipping container. And yet, it's still incredibly hard to ship things anywhere in the world. I just couldn't rest until I'd done something about it.
About 8 years before today's supply chain crisis, Ryan Peterson created Flexport, a startup looking to drastically simplify the way we ship freight around the world. Over time, the business evolved.
When I first started the company, I thought we would be kind of like TurboTax for importing, do the paperwork, and maybe that was it. And here we are 5-6 years later, and what we've built is a technology platform for global logistics to ship any product anywhere on planet Earth.
Today, Flexport ships more than 200,000 containers a year with a team of about 2,000 people. They are valued at over $3 billion.
I think on some level, people think that it must just get easier and easier as you get a bigger team, you get more funding, your company's more famous, you have more customers. I think it gets harder and harder. You're learning new problems and new class of problems constantly, and you still haven't even solved the last problems yet.
This isn't a story about a startup trying to disrupt an industry. What if you've already done that? What do you do next? This is a show about founders challenging the status quo.
This is Ryan Interview, take one. Mark.
Global logistics is sort of like behind the scenes. I sometimes call this a backstage pass to the world economy, and you don't really kind of know what's going on down there. All you do is buy your goods at the store, and you forget that there's this huge amount of work that went into getting those goods to you from wherever they're made. There's the company that made the goods. There's a truck that has to pick it up from their factory. It's gonna bring it to a warehouse where it's gonna be consolidated with other cargo. Another truck picks up the container and brings it to the port. A customs broker has to clear it out of the country. I'm at like 6 or 7 companies and we haven't even left the origin country yet.
The coordination of all these moving parts has traditionally been done over spreadsheets, emails, and paper records. Ryan's idea was to try to modernize this process.
We connect all of the asset owners, the people who own ships, planes, trucks, warehouses, all the importers and exporters, government agencies, and bring it all together to make it just seamless.
Flexport built a platform where anyone can track shipments, get updates, communicate, and upload documents that are required along the way.
The end result is you actually know where your stuff is. Like the dirty little secret is the best companies in the world have no idea where their products are. Why Flexport didn't exist before Flexport is a question I've thought about a lot. Like, am I crazy? Why am I the only one doing this? What is wrong? I think the answer is that it's incredibly hard.
In all of these changes and all of this growth, like, what are some of the challenges that you guys have had to overcome?
In the years since Flexport was founded, almost every single year, there's been some external market force that's created massive amounts of chaos. So in our very first year, there was a port strike on the west coast of the United States. All the ports were shut down for 3 months. In our second year, there was a glut of ocean freight and the price fell to the lowest point in human history. Then, of course, we had a global pandemic, shut down all the factories. So Flexport has sort of like been trial by fire every single year since we began. We're kind of built for it at this point.
A logistical nightmare.
A massive cargo ship stuck in Egypt's Suez Canal.
50 ships a day normally pass through the canal, carrying 12% of the world's trade, so the pressure is really on.
In March of 2021, a cargo ship ran aground in the Suez Canal, causing hundreds of freight forwarders to scramble over the phone and an email to get updates on their shipments. Flexport's platform enabled its users to track and reroute their shipments in real time.
The thing about Flexport is that our job is to solve problems to make global trade easier for everybody. So if there's something externally that's making global trade harder, all of these are opportunities for us to step up with our expertise to help them solve that problem. I'm not saying it's easy, it makes your job definitely harder, but that's what you're here to do, is solve hard problems. It took a certain naive optimism to start Flexport, a belief that, yeah, we can do this thing, which is sort of almost impossible to do. I certainly wouldn't turn back the clock to try it again, not because building Flexport wasn't fun, it was the ride of a lifetime, it was amazing, but I think we got pretty lucky and a lot of things went right.
One of the benefits of things going right is influence. Today, Ryan uses Flexport's newfound status to push for innovation in the industry, even lobbying legislators to fix real-time bottlenecks in the global supply chain over Twitter.
One of the really interesting things about Flexport is how much the vision can evolve when we keep learning that it can be something much bigger. Our mission is to make global trade easy for everyone, but I think you're realizing that you can have a bigger impact. It's like, actually just make it so easy that there will be more trade. We're getting closer to the point where we're gonna allow people to participate in trade who weren't. I hope that, we just keep extending the vision further. It's part of the fun thing about working here is that it's not totally complete. Starting a company has to be about what you're trying to achieve, and that this company is the best way to achieve it. That's been a lesson for me as CEO, is the importance of really painting the picture where we're going. Make sure everyone knows why that's important. And if what you're trying to achieve is important enough, then you'll overcome all the pain